I call the honourable member Jackie Dean.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I also rise, as do other members in this House, to support the third reading of the Mount Maunganui Borough Reclamation and Empowering Act Repeal Bill at its third reading. And I want to also congratulate the local member, Maori Party MP for Wairaki. I'm trying really hard today, Te Aroa Flavel, for bringing this bill to the House. And previous members have noted how in previous years local infrastructure, particularly sewerage works, have been cited on what is now recognised as being pretty fragile and special parts of New Zealand, and in my own area of the South Island, when I'm flying into places like Queenstown or turning the corner into Moeraki, and I go past a wastewater treatment or a sewage treatment settling ponds site, and I think, oh gosh, if we thought about it a little harder some time ago, we might have cited these facilities, perhaps somewhere that wasn't in a place which was so special to the local community, and in this case to the local iwi. So National does support this bill at its third reading, and I also want to recognise Nikki Wagner, the Chair of the Local Government and Environment Select Committee, and indeed all the members of that committee, for working in a collegial fashion on this bill, which in fact made good sense, and to which the committee only made one small change, and that was to insert a sunset clause into it so that we didn't have a statute left hanging around in the statute books, and that was the only change we made. Mr Speaker, we received very few submissions, but we did receive a joint submission from Ngā Potiki and the Tauranga City Council, and in their submission, in which they give background and context to the bill, they finally say to the committee reasons to support the bill. And so I think it's worth going back to them for their reasons why they support and promote this bill. So Ngā Potiki Tampahore Trust, and Tauranga City Council support the Mount Maunganui Borough Reclamation and Empowering Act Bill in its current form, and they supported, and they told us why they supported it, and it was several reasons. First of all, quite a prosaic reason, I guess, Tauranga City Council has no intention to further reclaim land in Te Tahuna o Rangatua. Secondly, the repeal of the bill will provide some vindication, and I think that's a very important point which has been raised by a number of speakers throughout the passage of this bill, will provide some satisfaction, I hope, and vindication for the position taken by those Ngā Potiki Kamatua and other members of the community who protested against the original Act from the point of view that this land to them was a pretty special place. And while it was needed by the Borough Council of the day, and it was taken by the Borough Council of the day, it was land which was very special to them for all sorts of reasons. It was taken because it was needed, and now, of course, these many years later, not all of that land, some 73.5 hectares, was transferred under the original Act, but the Council reclaimed approximately only 23.5 hectares of that land. And so the authority to reclaim the balance of the area, so what would that be, some 40-something hectares, was revoked by subsequent legislation. That happened in 1991. And so the Principal Act therefore has no legal effect, has become redundant, and so therefore this repeal bill is before us. And so in repealing that original Act, I think the local iwi and council can effectively put some of the past behind them and work, as other members in this House have noted, can now have the opportunity to work cooperatively in the future. The third reason which this joint submission does note is that the repeal of the bill will help to heal past conflicts and strengthen an already positive relation between Ngā Potiki and the Tauranga City Council. How can this House argue with that? It is a good bill, it enjoys the support of the House, and I commend its passing in its third reading.